Hi guys, this is T from Investor Scope looking at the overall market at close Friday, 11th of September 2020. So we'll be looking at the S&P 500, the dollar index, gold, and also we'll look at Tesla just as an individual part. So overall the S&P 500 was moving downwards for this week. We can say that we basically destroyed about 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Around 3 weeks of gains have just been destroyed in this 1 week alone. What's likely to happen here is we'll keep moving. We're going to hit this price target. It's about 3,200. From there, given the fact that the Fed has increased the inflation rate and dollars are pretty cheap nowadays, we could see some hovering around here, consolidation. From there, we'll also have the 200 moving average coming into play. If we hold above this line, and we end up making a higher high, we could be looking to continue a bit longer. If we have a scenario where we come into something like this, new peak, but it's lower than the previous, I'd be skeptical that we're going to break down below here. What I think will happen is likely we start to consolidate and then we move higher. Now, this isn't really any significant growth in industry or anything pushing this forward. This is just inflation. So this is just be growing a bubble. In essence, this is just a greater fool, but as they say, you can either be profitable or you can be right. Let's go over to the dollar. So the dollar index, we'd been pushing down lower for a good while. We then started to consolidate here. We're having quite a narrow banding going on, but we've started to spread out. If we had put on Bollinger Bands, we'd probably see them expanding outwards. We're stuck below the 200. However, there is sort of head and shoulders pattern forming here, and this could be, one could say this is the neck forming here. Increasing momentum, histograms are growing, and it looks like we're about to push higher. Now this is quite interesting that the dollar is moving upwards given the fact that the Fed has increased the inflation rate. So this would point to even greater strength of the dollar, which, to tie in with gold, looking at gold now, this is the gold chart, I would think gold is going to move down a bit, forming a bit of a flag pattern here. We'd move down at least to 1800. We might get some consolidation. From that consolidation, we can probably move up again. In the long term, I think gold is going higher. It makes no sense for gold to be falling at the moment with inflation going up. However, I think this is just overvalued gold, and we need a correction. We need to come down maybe to even 1750, 1760. From there, we can get some nice consolidation, and it might be a nice buying opportunity. Looking at the histograms of the MACD, we can see the histograms are shrinking. Could point to that there's growing strength to the upwards. However, given the fact that we're consolidating just around this zone, I imagine if we were to just even scalp this for a day or two, you could see a break downwards. Tying that in with the dollar value going up, makes sense that gold will be going down. However, gold hasn't moved as much as, say, euro dollar or the cable. They've had a greater response to the changes in the dollar index and inflation rate. So it does point again to that there is strength in gold. We just need to give it time and then move higher. Now having a look at Tesla. This is just in anyway. We'll throw some zones on this. Everybody knows Tesla underwent a split recently. So we have a zone about here. Usually it's easier if we take off the candlesticks, put on a line chart, and it makes it much clearer. Here is another line of Tesla, and here is the peak. Probably throw on another zone here, and what's going on? Tesla split, went up. Everybody knew it would. From there, it didn't get into the S&P 500. It broke away. It moved up a tiny bit. Probably some people buying. I don't know why. And it's going to move lower. Maybe we'll get another bounce like this. We'll make a head and shoulders and we'll finally break down. We close below the 200. We're hitting this target of 150. And we probably will see some buyers at that stage. Overall, it looks like Tesla's poised to move lower. Thank you.